Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the commencement exercise for the class of 2025 of Downingtown High School West. We ask for your help and cooperation in making this a most memorable day for all of our young people. We ask you to please refrain from any action or activity that would distract from this very formal and dignified ceremony. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we ask that you please remain in the stands until the class has recessed out of Kottmeyer Stadium. Any individual feeling the effects of the heat who needs assistance, you should exit the stadium through the bleacher tunnel at the 50-yard line on the home side. We invite our graduates and their families and friends to gather outside the main entrance to the school near the flagpole at the end of the graduation for pictures. We thank you so much for your presence this evening and hope you enjoy the ceremony.
may be seated. Good evening, and welcome to the 144th Annual Commencement Ceremonies of the Downingtown Area School District and our 22nd graduation as Downingtown West High School. I'd like to acknowledge our Superintendent, Dr. Robert O'Donnell, Board of School Directors, District Administration, faculty, staff, and all the family members who are celebrating our seniors here this evening. Today, we joyfully recognize the culmination of their hard work and perseverance as we are thankful for the opportunity to celebrate the class of 2025 with all of you today. And finally, I welcome you, the class of 2025. Let me begin our celebration by welcoming our first student commencement speaker. She's been an active member of the Student Council, the National Honor Society, and served on the Peer Mentoring Executive Board. She has taken 9 AP courses during her high school career, and this fall will attend the University of Pittsburgh Honors College to study finance with a minor in psychology. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Twinkle Patel as she opens our ceremony this evening.
Good evening. Everyone warned me before freshman year that high school would fly by, that I would blink and I'd be graduating. So, the Friday after my first week of school, I sat in my room and I blinked a couple of times. And much to my 14-year-old heart's dismay, I was still in 9th grade, still sitting in my room, and still silently praying for it to all be over. High school felt like one really long movie, equal parts comedy and horror. We were annoying new freshmen just the other day, pretending like we'd been there for ages when really we kept getting lost at every turn. And then promoted from the irritating freshmen to the slightly cooler sophomores, we held our heads a little higher and walked with a little more confidence, but we were still so young. Junior year was, simply put, academically intense, emotionally draining, and without a doubt, the most sleep-deprived year of our lives. So we're moving right along. And then we have senior year, blasting by us in a whirlwind of lasts. Last first day, last homecoming, last football game, last prom, senior sunrise, senior sunset, college applications. The list was endless. Every time the calendar flipped for a new month, it hit just a little bit harder than the last time that we were really graduating. And here I am, still blinking, but this time we're all here, wearing our caps and gowns with just the tiniest bit of confusion on how exactly we went from asking for extensions to accepting diplomas. What I've come to realize, though, is that the moments that I'll miss aren't necessarily the big ones. Don't get me wrong, the big moments will always be unforgettable. But I've learned that the heart of high school lies in the little things. American poet Emily Dickinson said that forever is composed of nows. And to me, this means that our forever isn't one big explosion. It's a series of little sparks that light the way for us, no matter how insignificant they may seem. Forever isn't made up of the big moments. It's made from the little ones, just one small, beautiful moment at a time. It's made from the laughs we shared when the teacher turned around, or the collective sigh of relief when the last bell rang on a Friday. It's made from the friendships we made over shared secrets and stress, and the chaos of cramming the night before a test, then realizing nothing you studied was actually on it. It's made from the proud smile on your parents' faces when they realize just how much you've actually grown. Those are the moments that make up our forever, the threads that wove together our 4 years here. So, as we move forward into new schools, jobs, cities, or maybe just a new version of ourselves, I hope we remember to look for the nows, because that's where life really happens. Your forever grows from the most ordinary moments, those little sparks that light our way, that unexpectedly become your favorite. Before I close, I'd like to take a moment and thank the people that helped guide us here. Thank you to our principals and school board members for leading our school and making our experiences here the best possible. Thank you to our teachers for the lessons, the patience, and the belief you had in us, even when we didn't have it in ourselves. To our families for supporting us through every early morning, every late night, and every dream, no matter how big or small, thank you. A special thank you to my family, to my mom, for packing my lunch for me every day since I began school. To my dad, thank you for staying up late with me every night when I did my homework, just so I wouldn't be alone. And of course, to my brother Pratham for that constant teasing that I find such comfort in, and being the best built-in friend a girl could ask for. Of course, to our friends, thank you for being the people we could laugh with, cry with, and grow with, and just for being there when we needed it. So, class of 2025, thank you for the endless memories, the laughter, and the collective trauma in some of these classes. We blinked, and now we're here, and just like that, our forever starts now. Thank you.
For more than 125 years, the Downingtown Area High School Alumni Association has dedicated itself to supporting the high schools of Downingtown Area School District. Please join me in welcoming the Vice President, Angela Baer, as she awards the current graduate with the Alumni Association Scholarship.
Good evening. My name's Angela Baer, and I am a Downingtown Area School District teacher, a current West parent, and the Vice President of the Alumni Association. I would like to congratulate all of the graduates in the class of 2025 and wish you well in your future endeavors. After receiving your diploma tonight, you will officially become Downingtown alumni. Information about the Alumni Association and how to join us is included in the graduation packet that you will receive later this evening. So who are the alumni? Some of them move far away, some leave for a number of years and then return, and some remain lifelong residents of our good neighbor community. I would like to take a moment for the class of 25 to see the alumni who are with us here this evening in the stadium. So, grown-ups, if you are a Downingtown graduate, would you please stand and be recognized at this time? I know we have parents, grandparents, staff. Thank you. Now that you know who some of us are, what does the Alumni Association actually do? The Downingtown Area Alumni Association is recognized as one of the oldest and continuously active alumni organizations in the nation, as it was founded in 1884. We sponsor the 3 high school homecomings, the Battle of the Brandywine, which is our East versus West football game if you didn't know, and the Downingtown Alumni Hall of Fame. We also give a scholarship to a graduate at each of the 3 high schools. Students submit applications which are blinded by the guidance department and sent to the Alumni Scholarship Committee. The committee is composed of alumni who are neither DASD parents nor staff, so not me. Applicants are asked to write about an experience that they've had with a Downingtown alumnus and how this person has impacted their life. This year's scholarship recipient wrote about his former West junior varsity baseball coach, Matthew Smith, who graduated from Downingtown Senior High School in 2001, where he excelled in baseball. He said that Coach Smith taught him how to be selfless and focus more on the success of the team than of personal success, and that he wouldn't be the young man that he is today without him. Thank you, Matt Smith, for giving back to the Downingtown community and inspiring one of your student athletes who happens to be very active at West. He plays golf, he skis, and he's a captain of the baseball team. He's a member of NHS and is a student leader for Young Life. He volunteers at the Downingtown West Little League, and he plans to study finance and real estate in college. It's my honor to present the Downingtown Area Alumni Association Scholarship to Wes Whippet and future Stevenson University Mustang, Caleb Laverty.
Thank you, Ms. Bear, and thank you to the Alumni Association for continuing your support of our students here at Downingtown West High School. I would now like to give special recognition to our golden anniversary alumni from the class of 1975. As we take a stroll down memory lane, listening to the music of David Bowie, Casey and the Sunshine Band, the Four Seasons, class of 75, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for your commitment to our Downingtown community, our students here this evening, and the future of the Downingtown Area School District. You have proudly represented this community and serve as an example for our graduates here today. Thank you for being here this evening to show your support for the newest members of the Downingtown Alumni Association. Please stand and be recognized when I call your name. David Castaldi, Mark Eckbold, Valerie E. Grant Faust, Steve Gabor, Susan Hawk Miller, Kathy Healy Mascherino, Sherry Lapp Castaldi, Greg Mascherino, Joanne Massimini Migliaccio, Milton Mize, Vernon Ross Jr., Hugh Schieffel, Colonel Julie Trago Manta, John A. Wallace, Patty Wilson Pearsall, and Russell A. Windle. Let's give them one more round of applause. Thank you again for joining us this evening. Welcome home. I'm now pleased to recognize our DASD teachers who are receiving the Tradition of Excellence Award, honoring their 35 years of service to our Downingtown Area School District. Please join me in recognizing the following teachers: Leanne Allen, Howard Benner, Mike Drill, Gary Giddis, Simona Lynch Bradshaw. Let's give them a round of applause. After honoring our alumni of 50 years and our faculty and staff who've served for 35, I am pleased to recognize those members of the graduating class of 2025 who are beginning their service to our country by joining one of our armed forces following graduation. Graduates, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names have been read. Hot up here. Colin Amy, Air Force Academy. Nizar Amba, Coast Guard. Jaden Gonzalez, Army National Guard. Austin Griner, Army. Ryan McBrearty, Coast Guard. Thomas Miller, Marine Corps. William Wynn, Army, ROTC. Everett Olson, Army, ROTC. Liam Richardson, Navy. Darian Smith, West Point, Military Academy. Aiden Smith Ford, Air Force. Ian Thur, Navy. Prescott Tirado, Marine Corps. And Anno von Heimberg, Merchant Marine Academy, United States Navy. Before you take your seat, I would like to invite anyone in attendance who is currently serving or has previously served in any one of the U.S. military branches to please stand and be recognized with our graduates here this evening. Please stand. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. For the past few years, we've begun recognizing our students who are committed to serving their community by pursuing further education through a trade school or apprenticeship. For anyone who has recently needed to replace a roof, rewire a breaker panel, or replace a transmission, you know how challenging it can be to find a quality, skilled tradesman. However, thanks to these young men and women being recognized today, the future is looking bright. Graduates, please stand when I call your name and remain standing until all names have been read. I'll ask the audience to please hold your applause until all names have been read. Dominic Aevoli, Alexia Estadio, Liam Boji, Mason Brusco, Owen Tchaikovsky, Gretchen Chaitla, Liam Cosgrove, Jace Courier, Lucas DeChick, Jaden Deegan, Isabella Dolph, Salvador Alam, Richard Fuhrer, Daniel Garces, Shane Garrity, Ray Garrow, Josh Gray, Robert Herman, Zayla Herr, Jolise Jurek, Nick Kazmarski, Julia Lichty, Jacob Leiden, Lucas Miller, Tommy O'Grady, Haley Overman, Michael Peck, Lucy Rawes, Chase Reeser, Sean Rogers, Elena Stenson, Anthony Watson, Foster Weldon, Maximus Wilson, and Zach Worley. Thank you. Well done. You may be seated.
All right, class of 2025, before we continue, while I know you are all old enough to do this yourselves, the mother and me can't help but remind you that there's a water bottle at your chair. Please take a sip. As the senior assistant principal, I am pleased to recognize our students who are graduating with honors and have earned one of the 3 designations, cum laude, magna cum laude, or summa cum laude. These students with designations are listed in the insert of the program and have dedicated countless hours to this academic achievement. At this time, I am pleased to recognize those students who have earned the cum laude recognition for achieving a cumulative GPA of 4.0 to 4.19, maintaining an A average throughout their high school career. Would all those who have been presented with the cum laude honors recognition medal please stand and be recognized? Congratulations and well done. The next group of students has earned honors demonstrating academic excellence by achieving the magna cum laude designation with a GPA between 4.20 and 4.39. Would all of those who have been presented with the magna cum laude honors recognition medal please stand and be recognized? Congratulations and well done. The last few students have demonstrated superior performance in their academics and have earned the summa cum laude designation with a GPA of 4.0 or higher. These students represented approximately the top 3% of this year's class. Would all of those who have been presented with the summa cum laude honors recognition medal please stand and be recognized? Congratulations and well done. It is now my pleasure to introduce our second student commencement speaker. She has served as the student representative for the school board for 2 years, is the president of the West Graphics Club. She is also dual enrollment student at the Delaware County Community College, and is graduating this year with an associate's degree in liberal arts. In the fall, she will attend Duquesne University Honors College, double majoring in digital media arts and English. Please welcome Miss Sarah Rowlandson.
All right.
Good evening to my fellow graduates, families, alumni, friends, and faculty. I would like to start off by saying that I am honored to be able to speak in front of you all today. Calling this the most anticipated moment of our senior year still might be an understatement. And honestly, if I weren't the one giving this speech, I'd probably be sitting there thinking, can they hurry it up? I just want to graduate already. So I promise I'll keep this brief. If someone would have asked me at the start of this school year what I was looking forward to most, I would have said, finally getting out of here. Now, I half joked when I said that, but the closer we got to standing in this stadium, not as students at a football game, I started to feel a slight tug of regret over those words. Somewhere along the way, I can't exactly say when, this place became more than just a number of days until we left it behind. The moments that shaped us undeniably and unexpectedly became more than just a resume of our time here. They became the moments that we will remember long after we leave this stadium, not as students, but alumni. As the countdown ticked on and the months flew by, we found ourselves closer and closer to this moment. The moment our mothers have shed emotional tears over and given tighter hugs than necessary. Although as relieved as we all feel to finally be over with high school, there is something I hope I can leave you with all today. The biggest piece of advice I hope to give isn't just for our graduates as they move on to bigger things, but a message to those who may be in attendance today who have not gotten to wear this cap and gown quite yet. Be scared and live life with a little bit of anxiety. Now I know, it sounds like terrible advice, but just give me a few minutes to change your mind. I want each of you to think back to all the things you participated in, the club you were scared to join, the AP class you didn't think you were smart enough for, or the sport you didn't know you would like. How many of them were you scared to try? How many things did you not do because you were worried that you would fail? Well, it might come as a shock, but the very best things I have done, the most rewarding ones, often involved at least one anxiety attack. One moment where I doubted I could do it, followed by 1 second I chose to live in the discomfort of something uncertain rather than quietly live in what was comfortable. In life, there are always going to be things that you are scared to try, whether that is joining a cook club in college, interviewing for a job, or even as something simple as trying something new at a restaurant. Now, as arbitrary as all those things sound, anything with value in your life all started because you took a chance, you took a step. If someone would have said to me 3 years ago when I transferred to this district that I would be standing here in front of you all today giving this speech, I would have said, heck no. But like most things I do, I did it inconceivably terrified of what's next. This is the time of our lives to live without any idea of what's next, doing things we never thought we would do and going places we wouldn't think we would ever go. It might be a little messy or even some points incomplete, but it's entirely ours to create. So, as we all stand on the edge of this long-awaited moment, ready to receive our diplomas and take that next big step, I want to leave you with one last thought. Do it scared. Step into the unknown, be terrified of what's to come, because that fear, that pinch of anxiety, is proof that it matters. This day is the first of many where we decide where we go from here. But just know you are never alone. Take a few seconds to look around. Find whoever came to support you here today. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I love you guys. And remember, they have your back every step of the way. So, wherever life takes you after tonight, whether it's college, joining the workforce, serving in the military, traveling, or somewhere in between, do it scared. Embrace the fear, take the leap, and make every now count. Because because all those little moments you step into, they're what forever is made of. Thank you and congratulations. And now, please join me in welcoming the Downingtown West Choir.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Coming full from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
Well done. Thank you. Warren Buffett, often referred to as the Oracle of Omaha, who happens to be one of the wealthiest men on the planet, recently retired as the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway and was asked about the secret to his success. He provided his response in one word. What is fascinating about his response is that it is identical to the response that Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft, and also one of the wealthiest men on the planet, shared as well. They both reflected on the myriad of factors that have led to their success, dug deep into the vast years of experience, and reached into their minds to lay hold of one word. That word is focus. When I read this, I began to think about this moment, your moment, tonight. I wondered about the hopes, dreams, plans, and expectations that you all have sitting here this evening. And I wondered whether you realized the importance of being able to channel your efforts and energy toward achieving a singular goal. I believe we all realize that we have learned to function, on some level, with divided focus. We celebrate multitasking and ask just about any parent how they're doing or how things are going, and they will likely give you a response that sounds like, things are good, but we're busy. You see, we have normalized the myriad of activities that keep us busy and divide our focus. But I wonder, to what end? In order to learn more about the importance of focus, I went to our library and checked out a book entitled Stolen Focus by Johann Hari. In the interest of time, I won't recap the entire book, but what I learned, and I'll acknowledge the author's bias at the outset, is that collectively, as a society, we have allowed our ability to focus to become significantly diminished, and particularly in one area that I believe is pertinent to all of you, through the use of social media. You see, your phones are designed to demand your attention with rings, pings, consistent updates, notifications. Even as I sat down to write this speech, I realized that my phone was sitting within reach, and certainly within eyesight, simply out of habit. Instead of eliminating distractions and focusing on topics, problems, and curiosities, we're inviting distraction, embracing it even, and being driven to focus on our phones even as we attempt to commit our attention elsewhere. I want to pause for a moment because I don't want to sound like I'm completely out of touch. I realize the important role our phones play in our lives. I love being able to periodically stalk my children when they don't answer their texts or phone calls. However, as I thought about preparing for this commencement address, I began to ask myself if the single greatest obstacle that may be preventing your ability to focus at a level that will allow you to achieve your goals might not just be the distraction designed by psychologists and social media engineers and employed through the use of your phone. I know I'm only a couple minutes into this commencement address, and some of you are already checked out, desperately wanting to swipe up for something new. But that's kind of the point. How frequently have you lost significant chunks of time simply doom scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat? Check your phone. It'll tell you. But why am I belaboring this point? Contrary to popular opinion, it is not simply because I want to be a buzzkill. Malcolm Gladwell, author of The Tipping Point, highlights the concept of focus by approaching the topic from the perspective of time. More specifically, 10,000 hours of time. He provides several examples of evidence that committing 10,000 hours of deliberate practice and focused effort are critical to achieving mastery and high levels of success. I challenge you to consider what area of your life you are currently on track to attain 10,000 hours of deliberate practice and sustained effort. And if the answer is unclear, I encourage you to seek it out, to find that passion you are willing to pursue with wholehearted commitment and single-minded focus. If Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, and Malcolm Gladwell are all correct, how you approach these next formative years of your life are going to be critically important. Those hopes, dreams, plans, and expectations that I mentioned earlier will only come to fruition if you commit your focus to pursuing excellence in their chosen field. I want you to know that I'm also encouraged. Some of you have begun to learn this lesson already and are well on your way. I think about the effort you displayed in preparation for your AP seminar and AP research projects, your thoughtful commitment to crafting moving poetry and creative essays, as well as your persistence through complex problems in math and science. These academic challenges required focus. I think of the commitment and focus our state champion girls soccer team. There we go. State champion rugby team. 3-time state champion 4x4 relay team. District champion football team, along with multiple other Chessmont championship teams, have all demonstrated. Our athletes this year have earned West recognition as one of the top schools in the state for student athletes. Yeah, we can clap for that. I think back to the pieces of art, woodworking, jewelry, photography, and confectionery displays that were present at the Living Arts Show. Consider the hours of rehearsal required for the marching band, musical, and theater productions. All of them required sustained effort and focus. As you leave here this evening, I challenge you to think of one success or accomplishment of which you are most proud. And remember the focus it took to achieve. Very little in life is simply handed to us. But by setting goals and continuing to sharpen your focus, you may very well accomplish each of those hopes, dreams, plans, and expectations. Focus. And then, come back and let us know all the amazing things that you've been able to achieve. Class of 2025, congratulations. I wish you all the best. Okay, and now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, would those who are assisting with the presentation of diplomas and the reading of names please take your places? Good. All right, ready? Gang's all here. All right, you guys good? All right. Okay. It is my pleasure and honor to begin by reading the names of our senior class officers and commencement speakers. Colin, Murphy, Amy. Cashton, Sawyer, Bailey. Shay, Elizabeth, Curran. Caitlin, Olivia, Dorr. William, Luke, Menyet. Twinkle, Rajendrakumar, Patel. Connor, Bradley, Peed. Abigail, Rose, Prinder. Seraphim, Chelly, Raharjo. Sarah, Victoria, Rawlinson. And Ellie, Eileen, Sebastiano.
Reese Isabella Walker.
Noah James Wanta.
Sabu Zaha Abdullah.
Allison Rose Lupton.
Madison Lynn Adams.
Jacob Philip Leiden.
Omar Ahmed.
Caleb Timothy Lyman.
Dominic Joseph Ively.
Jeremiah Lee Mack.
Kyle David Alexander.
Alexander Samer Monther Madnat.
Bodie Gray Allwine.
Hunter Russell Mahoney.
Olivia Gail Aman.
James Patrick Mayali.
Nizar Anba.
Alexander James Malley.
Chase Arnold Anderson.
Nicholas Ryan Manning.
Grace Veronica Anderson.
Samuel Montaigne IV.
Lindsay L. Anderson.
Nathan Robert Markley.
Lily Kate Armani.
Ella May Markowski.
Connor James Ash.
Andrew Robert Martin.
Alexia Kimes Astidio.
Danielle Taylor Martin.
Laura Elizabeth Alker.
Zachary John Martinoli.
Aram Adrian Ben Awuya.
Samantha Nicole Matzinger.
Arjun Babu.
Kalia Hope Maui.
Casey Ann Barber.
Ryan McBurdy.
Hayden Alexis Barry.
Kelsey Charlene McCary.
Jack Bryant Baxter.
Amber Nicole McCarthy.
Luis Eduardo Bello Jimenez.
Ella Ray McFall.
Luke Tyler Bennis.
Elliot Ailish McGowan.
Taylor Nicole Berge.
Colin Michael Medeiros.
Owen Bradford Bissinger.
William Claude Mailer.
Autumn Rose Blair.
Kristen Ann Mello.
Joshua David Blower.
Alan Hare Ricardo Valdez.
Eva Dolores Bogdan.
Maggie Jane Meal.
Liam Connor Boji.
Addison Grace Miller.
Sean Patrick Boji.
Lucas Craig Miller.
Roxy Boyer.
Owen Campbell Miller.
Teresa Noel Brooks.
Thomas Daniel Miller III.
Ava Catherine Bratzi.
Gavin Nathaniel Mize.
Andrew Robert Brown.
Ronan Anthony Molino.
Edward Lee Brown III.
Dante Anthony Monastra.
Gianna Nicole Brown.
Farron Amelia Monroe.
Charles Anthony Brunner.
Tyler Michael Moskowitz.
Violet Grace Brunschweiler.
Peyton Marie Maurer.
Gloria Lily Joy Brusby.
Grace Catherine Mullen.
Mason James Brusco.
Grayson Michael Naftel.
Shane Simboli Burr.
Shrija Nagam.
Tessa Bella Campanelli.
Bryce Abigail Naylor.
Cameron Joseph Caparelli.
Aiden Lee Neal.
Finley Grace Carey.
Cole Michael Newhousel.
Joshua Raymond Carpenter.
Alice Paige Newland.
Kinsey Emerson Carper.
Eric Vu Wen.
Marcos Javier Serta.
William James Wynn.
Mateo Emilio Serta.
Benjamin James Nicodemus.
Haley Elizabeth Chambers.
Dylan Francis Knowles.
Gabriella Kelly Cherup.
Rened Emged Youssef New.
Owen Michael Jakoski.
Thomas Patrick O'Brien.
Angelian Chu.
Andrew Joseph O'Connor.
Gretchen Rose Chaitla.
Thomas Idol O'Grady.
Dylan Thomas Cicero.
Brian George O'Hara.
Andrew Robert Clark.
Madison Elizabeth Oakey.
Emma Grace Coates.
Everett Hall Olson.
Ethan Mackenzie Colbert.
Isabel Maria Orozco.
Matthew Shane Colbert.
Haley Madison Overman.
Sonia Mary Conrad.
Nikolai Ovadov.
Brian Jesse Cooper.
Aubrey Lynn Pagan.
Liam Joseph Cosgrove.
Caitlin Elizabeth Page.
Cooper Cross.
Arian Dina Pandian.
James Leroy Courier III.
Anthony Michael Paris.
Anna Sophia D'Amico.
Maxwell Francis Parisi.
Edward William Davies.
Haley Christine Pasco.
Morgan Claire Day.
Michael Clayton Peck.
Kirsten Ann Deemer.
Gianna Sophia Perez.
Matthew Michael DeAngelis.
Mackenzie Grace Peters.
Leonardo James Dubuque.
Colleen Elizabeth Petty.
Lucas Adam Dietrich.
Alejandro Pineda.
Jaden Thomas Deegan.
Fiametta Pirella Jimenez.
Tyler Pierce DeFreitas.
Jackson Newton Plank.
Julia Del Rio Nieto.
Finley McLeod Pook.
Zoe DiMartino.
James Robert Posner.
Henry Patrick Denon.
Courtney Shane Powell.
Braden James DePaul.
Ryan Joseph Power.
Jack Mitchell Dickerson.
Ian Michael Powers.
Lucy Jane Dierkes.
Madeline County Prescott.
Emma Faith DeGennaro.
Gavin Michael Price.
Chase Mitchell DeLuigi.
Brody Vincent Proctor.
Anthony Vincent DeMeo.
Jamie Provencher.
Isabella Francis Dolph.
Sean Patrick Quigley Jr.
Alexander Paul Donath.
David Kenneth Rager.
Riley Morgan Dortone.
Roger Ramos.
Catherine Page Doherty.
Ellen Grace Ramsey.
Braden Finnegan Dowds.
Brody Scott Ratcliffe.
Grace Joanna Doyle.
Lucy Marie Ross.
Lily Marie Dugan.
Callie Marie Reddy.
Spencer Mark Dunn.
Chase Hunter Reeser.
Elena Marie Durante.
Sydney Aaron Reeves.
Salvador Jack Elam.
Haley Elizabeth Rhodes.
Marguerite Elizabeth Eliason.
Lindsay Nicole Ribeiro.
Abigail Cynthia Ellison.
Alex John Richards.
Elena Louise Eli.
Madeline Claire Richards.
Samantha Noel Eli.
Liam Colton Richardson.
William Walter Eli.
Levi Irvin Richmond.
Abigail Rose Fedison.
Blake Anthony Ritchie.
Maddox Blackburn Fennicle.
Drew Catherine Reitmeyer.
Jake Patrick Finnan.
Victor Jerome Roberts III.
Sephora Marine Florimond.
Kaylin Robinson.
Fallon Marie Fogarty O'Brien.
Natalie Anna Robinson.
Edward Anthony Foley IV.
Quinn Edward Rock.
Robert Raymond Fox.
Sean Michael Rogers.
Kendall Jane Franciscus.
Erica Michelle Rodrigue.
Chloe Morgan Friedland.
Kayla Marie Rodrigue.
Austin Lee Fry.
Siani Marcy Rogers.
Richard Francis Fuhrer.
Kevin Chase Ruff.
Stephen Jeffrey Furia.
Dana Margaret Ruggiero.
Daniel Jorge Garces.
Anna Elise Russell.
Shane Murphy Garrity.
Isaac Christian Russell.
Rayana Evelyn Garrow.
Carly Ann Ruskay.
Jillian Elizabeth Gefford.
Charlotte Ann Ryan.
Jordan Alexandra Getz Bailey.
Olivia Rose Ryan.
Hope Gibbons.
Lindsay Tara Sagenario.
Juliet Claire Godbout.
Ryder Liam Sagenario.
Daniel Edward Krager Godsill.
Diego Andre Salas Santos.
Jaden Charles Gonzalez.
Zeba Zuni Samir.
Shaoshan Huang Graham.
Osvaldo Sanchez Valdez.
Jeffrey E. Graham II.
Jacqueline Sanchez Casaneda.
Joshua Connolly Gray.
Leonel Santos Sanchez.
Austin J. Griner.
May Lynn Sattler.
Connor Russell Robin.
Riley Keegan Skirmahorn.
Jared Lewis Grossman.
Ursula Skivon.
Jay Galati.
Sophia Elizabeth Shears.
Valeria Gutierrez Cruz.
Rachel Amanda Shuda.
Reese Elizabeth Hale.
Bryce Jacob Schuler.
Olivia Diane Halprin.
Samantha Grace Schertz.
Emma Rose Hampshire.
Ashley Morgan Schwartzoff.
Samuel Gray Hampshire.
Aiden Michael Scott.
Carter Bernard Harahan.
Nicole Scott.
Thomas J. Harhigh.
Mason Davis Sabert.
Tegan Avery Harkins.
Brady Carney Sellers.
Abigail Grace Harlan.
Alexander Senasak.
Samantha Ann Harple.
Malaya Grace Sereny.
Mara Lily Hoggy.
Mason Corliss Shank.
Annabelle Kendra Heron.
Brady James Sharp.
Sophia Reese Hebert.
Adeline Bell Shaw.
Lauren Marie Hefner.
Lila Grace Shaw.
Alexandra Sasha Height.
Cecilia Kate Shearer.
Matthew John Heimberger.
Joseph Bryant Shelton.
Omar Rami Halali.
Benjamin Andrew Shirk.
Samuel Isaac Henriquez.
Jocelyn Karen Short.
Gavin Mitchell Henry.
Alyssa Marie Siegman.
Robert John Herman.
Kaylee Marie Sigelko.
Zayla Herr.
Chase Lawson Sigel.
Taylor McConnell Hyrick.
Abigail Alicia Smith.
Isabel Joan Hewitt.
Bridger Timothy Smith.
Declan Paul Hill.
Darian P. Smith.
John Tyler Henkel.
Jackson Laird Smith.
Keegan Riley Hawkhouse.
Kirsten Lee Smith.
Hunter Kent Hogan.
Aiden Michael Smith Ford.
Madison Ann Hollinger.
Finley Barry Snyder.
Tyler Elijah Hudson.
Eric Logan Soderlin.
Kendall Grace Hoffman.
Daniel Charles Solar.
Nora Annette Hurley.
Eric Spack.
Charlotte Ann Houston.
Ryder Joseph Spano.
Sophie Ann Ivorone.
Ryan Elizabeth Spitz.
Ella Reese Jerome.
Dylan Armand Stabilito.
Arihant Vishal Jain.
Julia Greer Stafiri.
Logan Paul James.
Ethan Michael Stancato.
Titus Emerson Jansen.
Benjamin Fitzwilliam Staub.
Samaya Jordan Jeffries.
Sarah Grace Stauffer.
Caitlin Rose Johnson.
Benjamin William Steffen.
Mary Kate Elizabeth Johnson.
Jacqueline Clementine Stetman.
Cooper Riley Jones.
Sanaya Marche Stewart.
Ryder Caden Jones.
Luke Edward Stillman.
William E. Jones.
Robert Anthony Stoll.
Cade William Junkins.
Grady Hutton Struck.
Joelise Michael Jurek.
Emma Christine Stulak.
Nicholas Ray Kazmarski.
Ayla Ann Suarez.
Bella Jordan Kaminsky.
Anna Michelle Summers.
Prabal Kanaja.
Michael Carmen Taraski.
Gerald Benjamin Karcheski.
Priscilla Annabelle Teo Sakisela.
Benjamin Charles Kearney.
Ian Jackson Thur.
Drew Keenan.
Ava Lorraine Thomas.
Brianna Nicole Kenny.
Jeremiah Stefan Thomas.
Noah Michael Kerr.
Wyatt John Thomas.
Nadia Marie Kahn.
Jenna Marie Nicole Thompson.
Joshua Michael Kirk.
Prescott Lucio Tirado.
Derek Christopher Knack.
Olivia Catherine Torquato.
Jackson Theodore Kobus.
Sophie May Trabolski.
Jaden Edward Kokushka.
Marcus Davon Trofa.
Quinton Joshua Kuntz.
Pavan Ulaganathan.
Braden Ryder Crage.
Mariella Joan Vaccaro.
Molly Rose Crewmaker.
Kate Montgomery Vaughn.
Riddhi Kumar.
William Howard Vaughn.
Paul James Lambert Charlton.
Adrian Jesus Villanueva.
Cameron K. Lammy.
Madison Rose Vitale.
Sienna Marie Landrum.
Anno Carl von Heimberg.
Aubrey Kate Landsman.
George R. Wagner.
Catherine Grace Lapp.
Evan Robert Walk.
Ava Trace Lasher.
Reagan Samuel Wallace.
Zachary Paul Lathrop.
Audrey Donna Walls.
Caleb Nathan Laverty.
Owen Michael Waltermeyer.
Nathaniel LeBron.
Abigail J. Walton.
Elena Claire Lefevre.
Anthony Kevin Watson.
Samuel Devin Leisenring.
Everett Thomas Weber.
Emma Rebecca Lewis.
Tanner Andrew Weichman.
Julia Suzanne Lichty.
Foster Cade Weldon.
Susanna Rose Lejoy.
Molly Catherine Wesolowski.
Jack Ryan Leumis.
Brendan D. Wiley.
Jacob Ryan Loftus.
Maximus Isaac James Wilson.
Cooper Hudson Longo.
Kira Jean Whitmer.
Molly Jane Wolf.
Zachary Burke Worley.
Abigail Elizabeth Young.
Kayla Veronica Young.
Olivia Rose Young.
Yuli Zavaleta.
Carter Paul Zalesnik.
All right, thanks, guys. All right. Here we go. Home stretch, guys. Well done. Let's give all our graduates one more round of applause. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. O'Donnell to please join me on stage. Got a fan club up there. Dr. O'Donnell, I present to you the Downingtown West High School Class of 2025. As principal, I certify that the diploma is awarded today. This class has completed all the statutory requirements for successful completion of high school in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. If you would, please confer graduation on these 414 seniors.
Thank you, Dr. Barker. Good evening, class of 2025. On behalf of our board of directors and our entire school district, I offer my congratulations to you and your families. As you embark from West on your exciting journey, I hope you know that nobody on this planet wants you to be happy and successful as much as the people you see here today. Parents, caregivers, teachers, and other adults who have had your back over time. They'll continue to be there for you in the future when you need them the most. Although my wife and I love when our 19 and 22-year-old kids FaceTime us to check in, I do suggest that you call home a little earlier than 11 p.m. on a weekday. For sure, I hope that you appreciated and enjoyed your time as part of our school district because we've loved having you. Now, without further ado, will all the graduates please rise? Yep. By the power vested in me by the Downingtown Board of School Directors, in accordance with the Pennsylvania School Code, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and the Department of Education, I hereby confer the academic degrees declaring the class of 2025 as graduates of the Downingtown High School West. Graduates, you may now turn your tassel. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. O'Donnell. And finally, this evening, to close our ceremony, please join me in welcoming a four-year tennis player, captain of the tennis team, and a dual enrollment graduate from Delaware County Community College, where he's earned an associate's degree in liberal arts. This fall, he will attend Penn State University Park to pursue a degree in finance. Please welcome Mr. Cashton Bailey.
Let's do it. Good evening, Superintendent, Principal Barker, members of the school board, teachers, families, and of course, the amazing class of 2025. Thank you all for being here to celebrate a moment that's been years in the making. Whether you helped us with late night study sessions, early morning alarms, emotional pep talks, or maybe all three in the same day, you made a difference and we're grateful. Back when we first started school, our biggest concerns were things like choosing the right snack and making sure our shoes lit up when we walked. Over the years, those simple moments gave way to bigger challenges like studying for finals, filling out college applications, planning for our futures, and yes, still trying to figure out how to parallel park. It's strange to think how fast it all went. These hallways have seen a lot. Friendships forming, lessons learned, awkward middle school phases, and big personal wins like finally raising your hand in class or finishing a group project without it turning into a group argument. These memories matter. They're what shaped us. One of the best things about our time at West is that it didn't just prepare us for a test. It prepared us for life. And no, I'm not just saying that because our teachers are down there staring at me. I mean it. We've learned how to manage our time, how to bounce back from disappointment, how to work with people who think differently than we do. And we've learned that even when things don't go according to plan, we can keep moving forward anyway. Now, we're here. It's easy to get caught up in what comes next, but I want us to take a second to pause. Look around. This moment, right here, right now, isn't just something passing. It's part of something bigger. It's one of the many nows that will shape our forever. The future matters, of course, but so does this exact second. So before we sprint ahead, let's take this moment in. Let's be proud. Let's celebrate. Let's remember what it feels like to be here together for this once-in-a-lifetime milestone. Some of us have a plan. Some of us are still figuring things out. But here's what I hope we all remember. There's more than one way to succeed. Whether you're diving into your dream major, starting a job, traveling the world, joining the military, or taking time to discover what truly makes you feel alive, that path is valid. The way you measure your success might look different from someone else's, and that's not just okay, it's kind of the point. Because life isn't a race, and there isn't just one finish line. What matters most is that we keep learning, growing, and showing up, even when it's hard. And that we stay true to who we are, even when it's tempting to compare ourselves to someone else's highlight reel. To our teachers, thank you for not giving up on us, even when we turned in homework that looked suspiciously like it was done on the bus ride to school. To our parents and guardians, thank you for every packed lunch, every "you've got this" text, and for pretending to understand our math homework when we clearly didn't. To our friends, thank you for the laughs, the support, and for reminding us that even 5 minutes before a test, it's technically still time to study. Congratulations, class of 2025. Here's to whatever comes next, and to all the nows we'll never forget. Thank you. And now, for maybe the last time all together here in Kottmeyer, let's stand together for a final West chant. I got it. Give me a W. Give me an E. Give me an S. Give me a T. What's that spell? West. West. Let's go.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Please be seated as we begin our recessional. Well done, guys. I'm gonna lead us out. You guys follow right